guys, how you doing? I'm Alex, and this is going to be my Blu-ray update. But first, before I get into the Blu-rays, I want to give a few shout-outs. This is something I don't really do too often, but I do want to start giving more shout-outs and, you know, start, like, contributing to the BlueTube community a little bit more. And first, I want to give a shout-out to my friend. His name is Josh, and he has a channel on here called Cinecreep. Definitely go check this dude out. He is one of the better kid YouTubers on here. He makes great videos, and he's very consistent, and I'm not really as consistent with my videos, but he's more consistent. So yeah, go to the Cinecreep channel, subscribe to him. I'll have his channel in the description below. Next, I want to give a shout out to another friend of mine on here. He does movie reviews, Blu-ray updates, and stuff like that. And his channel name is The Movie Pit. His name is Brendan. He's just an awesome kid. He does great videos. His videos are better than mine, like way better than mine. Like his are more cleanly edited, and he has a green screen, and like this kid is like only 13 and I'm almost 18, and his videos are so much better than mine. There are very few like younger kids who understand movies at that age, so definitely go sub to him. Like I said, his link will be down below as well. That's going to be it for the shout outs. I will be giving more shout outs in the future. Yeah, let's just get into the Blu-rays. The first thing I got is most definitely one of my favorite things in my entire collection now. It's the Back to the Future set, and this is so beautiful. I did an unboxing for this, and it got like over 800 views. I'm very surprised. This set is awesome. I got it from Amazon, and it lights up. That is so fucking cool. Back to the Future, like I said, is my favorite movie of all time. This was the movie that introduced me to movies when I was a really little kid. I can't express how great of a film this is. This is, in my opinion, a perfect film. The original. Not the second one. I watched all three of these on Back to the Future Day. I think every person in the entire world should have. But watching them back to back, I kind of noticed something that I never really noticed before. What really shines through about these movies is that the first one is an incredibly, you know, great masterpiece of a film that's like almost a perfect film. And the second one is more of like a fun adventure movie. Like the other two after that just weren't like as quality as the first one. You know what I'm talking about? I love them all. I love part two. Like that one's just so fun. And the third one I love as well. And this set just has beautiful, beautiful artwork. They really took their time on the artwork of this set, but they gave us the same exact fucking discs that were in the previous edition, which really pissed me off because I wanted a new transfer, you know, new special features. We technically did get new special features, which are on a bonus disc, but that's about it. And this set also comes with the Back to the Future animated series, which is pretty cool. I've never seen this before. I definitely want to check it out. And it came with a book and the digital copies. So, yeah, I'm very happy I got the set. Just, oh, I love Back to the Future. Like I said, my #1 all-time favorite film. And if you haven't seen Back to the Future and you're a film enthusiast, I gotta say, what in the fuck is wrong with you? Go watch it. Okay, next up, I got another box set. This is, probably my third favorite box set in my collection, or second favorite. I don't know. It's definitely one of my favorite box sets in my whole collection now. I got it for a great price. The Planet of the Apes Saga. This thing is a fucking beast. Look at it. Ah, oh, damn, that's just so beautiful. This is a big statement. A really big statement. But the original Planet of the Apes with Heston that came out in '68 is my #1 favorite sci-fi film of all time. It's my favorite sci-fi movie ever. Like, I know, like, that's a big statement, but the original Planet of the Apes is just such an incredible film that revolutionized makeup effects, and it has so much to say about society and race, and it has a lot of like, social commentary with that sort of thing, and just such a really interestingly, incredibly masterful film. and one of the best endings of all time. The second one. I actually like the second movie. I know it's not a great film. Actually, a lot of people consider it a bad movie, but it's nowhere near as good as the original. But I did like it, you know, it kind of got slow at some parts. The second movie has one of those endings to where, to where you're like, man, how in the living hell did they make 3 more movies out of this? Like, that's what I was thinking at the end of the second one. I've never been more excited to see how they're gonna, like, make another one, like, with the third movie. And the third movie, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, that was so good. And now, that is one of the best sequels I have ever seen in my life. That sequel was so great, so well done, so funny. The third one is to where, like, it turned into almost like a comedy. And it was just so interesting how, like, things played out in the story and how they just kept it going after the second one. The other 2 after that, I actually don't really like as much. The one that came after that, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, it was really good, I thought, but just not as good as the, 1 and 3. But the one that came after that, I really didn't like that much. It could have been so much better, even though I still kind of liked it. It's by far the worst in the original series, but, it was okay. This set is badass. You open it like this, and here it has a timeline of all the movies. That's just so nice, so cool. And it opens up like this, and then it comes with a book, and here are the discs. Hold on. Ah, damn it. The Planet of the Apes series, man, just an incredible franchise of movies that, like, redefine the genre of sci-fi. Okay, next up, I just picked this up. It just came out recently on Blu-ray. One of my favorite movies of the year, by far. I did an unboxing for it, and that is The Gift. Just, what a great, suspenseful, well-done thriller. And this movie is actually written and directed by the dude in the movie who plays the creepy dude right there. Gordo the Weirdo, and he did a great job. I mean, not just with his performance, but with the all the technical aspects of this movie. Like, this dude really knows how to build suspense. I mean, I was watching it like, man, good job, bro. And, yeah, this dude gives a great performance as this creepy-ass motherfucker. And, this film contains quite possibly my favorite ending of the year. In fact, it is my favorite ending of the year. It's one of those endings to where you think, man, that is fucked up. Jason Bateman, man, this dude continues to impress me with every movie he's in. This dude is actually, in my opinion, a very underrated, serious actor. He was in a movie like 2 years ago called Disconnect, which is actually, in my opinion, a very underrated movie. And now with this, I really do hope he gets more serious roles instead of, like, doing bullshit like Horrible Bosses 2. Next up are some Amazon pickups. I got Amazon Prime, so I'm starting to buy more movies from Amazon. And first one up I got, I didn't get it with the slipcover. I really wanted them to send it to me with the slipcover, but they didn't. Cheap motherfuckers. Anyway, it's the original Terminator, and it's the Terminator. I don't really have to talk that much about it, because, everyone knows the Terminator, but this Blu-ray actually holds the record for the most times a film has ever been released on Blu-ray. It's been released on Blu-ray like 16 times. I'm not even shitting you. Anyway, it does come with cards. I didn't expect it to come with cards, except it's not like of the movie, it's of James Cameron directing the actors. I also got Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Again, I don't really have to talk that much about this, because everyone knows T2. It's my favorite action movie of all time. The reason why I haven't got this yet is because for years I've been savoring getting this movie, because I've always wanted to get the T2 endoskeleton. Until this version came out, and I was like looking up on eBay and stuff like that, and then it's still like $200 everywhere, so I just decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna get this edition. Anyway, this film was just so influential on so many different levels. Technical standpoint, like with the CGI and just all the effects. This movie used practical effects, and one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. And the original is my third favorite action movie of all time. I'm a huge fan of this franchise. Next up, I know a lot of you are going to get pissed at me when I say this, but I got a DVD. I know a lot of you are sitting there like, oh, you got a DVD? Oh my god. I know in the Bluetooth community, this is like throwing a stone at Christ or something, but I got a DVD because there's literally no Blu-ray out for this. I really wish this could get a Criterion release, which it probably will never happen. And it's a Richard Linklater film, and it is, in my opinion, by far his most underrated movie. And that is Tape. This movie was great. I love this film so much. What this movie is, I'm going to explain what it is because I know a lot of people haven't heard of it. This is an underrated gem. I want to get this movie out there. I want to make sure more people see it. This is a very small movie, very low budget. And what it is essentially is like literally the whole thing takes place in one motel room, and it literally only stars 3 people. It stars Ethan Hawke and Robert Sean Leonard, and Uma Thurman comes in the third act. And when you watch this movie, it really feels like a play, and this movie really could be a play because the whole thing takes place in this one motel room. This movie I found really entertaining because of the way the actors play their characters. Ethan Hawke plays this like really crazy drug dealer who's just a dumbass and just does drugs, and he was probably my favorite character in the movie. And this film was just so well written. The script to this was just so damn good. Like the script just gets you so interested in these characters. Like over this like hour and 23-minute movie, like you're just so invested in these characters, and like you're just so invested in everything, even though it's all in one room. The acting and the characters, it just all molded together perfectly. And this movie is about so many different things. Regret, redemption. Like I said, a great underrated movie. It pisses me off that so many people don't know about this film. And I wish Criterion would release it, but they probably never will, even though they released Slacker and Dazed and Confused, Linklater's other films. But this is, in my opinion, his most underrated movie. Definitely check out Tape. This movie is probably kind of hard to find, but it's definitely worth it. Okay, the next one up is a film that came out in 2014, and this is, in my opinion, a very underrated movie. It's Grand Piano, starring Elijah Wood, and Elijah Wood plays a dude who plays the piano. He's playing his music in front of this crowd, and he sees a laser pointer on his hand, and he sees this note in his music that says, if you play one wrong note, you will die. Eventually he figures out that, he gets an earpiece in his ear, and he figures out that if he plays one wrong note, or if he tries to, like, get help or anything, John Cusack will snipe him from up in the halls, and he has to, like, play the perfect concert. And, like, the way I'm describing this movie, like, it kind of sounds like it doesn't really make sense, but this movie, like, in the end, everything made sense. It was just such a very entertaining, well-done movie. John Cusack was really good in the movie, like, except that, he's hardly in the movie at all. It's just his voice, but he did a really good job with that. Just overall, a very well-done thriller. The climax to this movie was fucking awesome, had me on the edge of my seat. And yeah, it was just really good. It's on Netflix, so if you have Netflix, give it a try if you love suspense thrillers. Next up, I got a movie that is hated by almost everybody, but I liked it, and that is Jobs. The Steve Jobs movie that came out in 2013, and I don't really get the extreme hate for this movie. I get that it wasn't a great film, but I don't really get the extreme hate for it. I guess it's just because people hate Ashton Kutcher for some reason. Why do people hate Ashton Kutcher so much? I mean, Christ. Ashton Kutcher, I thought, did a really good job in this movie. He looks like Steve Jobs. Like, he had all of his mannerisms down. Like, the walk he got, like, down pat. Like, Steve Wozniak even said so. And so many other things about his performance he just got right. Like he did a really good job. Josh Gad did a good job. Overall, I think the acting was really, really good. Except if this movie was written by a different person, like Aaron Sorkin, and directed by a different person, I think this would have been an incredible movie. But like the thing about it is that the dude who directed this movie, like he made it so cheaply. Like the directing seems really cheap, almost like a made-for-HBO movie. But like I didn't really mind it as much. But overall, I thought it was pretty decent. Next up is an incredible film by the same director as the new Steve Jobs movie, Danny Boyle. And that is 127 hours. Just what an incredible, incredible film. Just so well done on so many technical aspects. Like the cinematography was great. How it would just like move like through the canyon. And like the editing was fantastic. Like how it would just like have the split screens. That was badass. Just a very well shot, well directed, and well acted. In my opinion, by far James Franco's best performance. Next up is one of the shittiest Blu-rays ever made, but one of my favorite movies ever made, and that is American Psycho. I love this movie. This is one of my top 25 all-time favorite movies. How I first figured out about this movie was because of John Flickster. If you don't know who John Flickster is, he has a channel called the Flick Pick channel. He's one of the more popular YouTubers, and he talked about this movie like in almost every video he's ever done, and like every time I saw one of his videos, I always thought, man, I gotta check that out, until I finally checked it out like a year and a half ago, and I loved it. Just such a quotable movie, and just so funny. This is a dark comedy. You can just use quotes for this, just, you know, in everyday life. And Christian Bale gives one of his best performances of all time. Just like his performance in this movie is just so funny. The next movie is a great, great film, Sin City. Just what a great adaptation to a graphic novel. Like, they did this, like, the best way they possibly could have done it. Like, literally the pages are on the screen in this movie, as Jeremy Jahns put it. And, like, one of the best Blu-rays ever. And the thing I love about this movie is, like, the way it's shot. I love black and white movies, but, like, I especially love it when, like, it's black and white and, like, there's colorization in the black and white. I love shit like that so much. It's so awesome. And when they did it at the end of the last Chucky movie, like, that was fucking cool. There's a lot of things in it to where you're like, man, that wouldn't happen. Like, that's over the top, that's stupid, but that's how it was supposed to be. Like, that's how the graphic novel was, so that's how the movie is. Anyway, one of the most visually awesome, badass movies to ever come out. Alright, guys, that's it for my Blu-ray update from the past couple months or so. So, yeah, leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought about some of the movies I talked about, and tell me what movies you picked up recently. Tell me whatever the hell you want. And I do have an Instagram. It is Leba Loves Movies. I post a lot of movie stuff on there, like what Blu-rays I picked up, or what movies I'm watching, or, you know, stuff like that. And so if you're on Instagram, maybe give me a follow. If not, that's cool. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.